Hello, everyone. Welcome to Puzzle Wednesday. My name is Rats. We're going to be walking you through a blackout bracket. I love this game. Joining me on the microphone tonight, we have Juicy.
I'm sick.
He's sick with game and fever. That's right.
No, sick.
No, don't get sick, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's too late. So, if I have to move for a coughing fit, just, you know what happens.
You know what? I do have a lot of personalities, so if you need to go recover, you need to go get a hot water bottle and some Ricola.
I'm going to loudly and publicly die so everyone knows what happened.
Please don't. we're gonna be playing some Blockout. This game's so sick. It's like 3-dimensional Tetris straight down the well. Every time you clear a face of the cube, you're going to be cloning your opponent's bottom face and adding it to their stack. You're racing for quota. I think it's first to 20 lines. And you can also crush your opponent with your pressure. You really want to make sure that you have a very small well. So that way when your opponent sends you garbage, you can immediately send it back. So this game really emphasizes like cool down stacking and skimming, as well as looking at your opponent's board to see how vulnerable they might be. Either way, we're getting into it. You can look at this very cool art by Kayant7 of Tetris.
All right. So this is for everyone in bracket. Don't listen to Rats. This game is hard. Just on not crossing the wires on your buttons. No, it is. It is. But don't feel bad if you're in the struggle dimension on this one. It's rough out there.
It is a little rough out there. I won't lie to you. If you don't have any familiarity with this game, it may take some time. There's 4 buttons.
Rebind.
This is a puzzle game from 1989 with 4 buttons. One for each axis, and then a soft drop button, which is nightmarish for 1989. All right, we're getting into it. Spectating Ardrox versus Digi.
So Ardrox.
Gotta talk to. Oh, it's not grand finals. I mean,
sure it is.
It's been a fast bracket, but it hasn't been that fast.
It's fine, Deca.
Hang on, I gotta update the scoreboard.
Also, if you're not in the Discord, you should be. That's where all of our matchmaking is being held for this, and a bunch of other things.
Grand prelims.
Look, I know you can remap. We all know we can remap. It does not mean that you're gonna necessarily, in the heat of the moment, get things right. And this game's high gravity just feels, it makes me upset.
Yeah, definitely. Digi unfortunately has an overstack in layer 2. So may have to do some skimming here. Oh, we're continuing to stack over it. Does he know?
Ardrox is playing deeply conservatively. We have just the single Tetris well. Get to cash it in.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite, but that's still a good amount of pressure for Digi, who has at least a couple layers to configure here.
Oh, God.
It's not okay.
All right.
Ah, boy. Got a lot of 2x2s there. What are you gonna do?
So, chat, we're playing first to 5 all the way through. We picked this format because
quick.
Game can be quick. Near the end of the bracket, we're gonna see a lot of people going to quota. But early in this stage of the bracket, like, we want to make sure that you get an opportunity to play the video game. You don't just get exploded and go home.
The game is only long if you can make it long.
Yeah.
And even then, there's measures to end on time.
Yeah. So we're not going to sweat it. Digi, once again, with an overstack in the upper columns.
Ardrox is playing this super chill. He's just kind of...
Yeah, he's just kind of vibing. Well, I mean, Digi's not sending that much pressure, so...
We have... Getting a lot of 2x2. Are we going to get, like, a non-wide block at this point? Ardrox finally getting to cash in. Maybe it might be worth investing in a well that's not just one, but we get the pieces to get out.
Sometimes building a well to accept more than one piece type is harder than you might think. It takes some practice.
Oh, it is. But, like, Ardrox is just hard gambling at this point, where Digi kind of found their stride. Finding your stride doesn't mean you don't die, though.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how much of a bop this
yes.
soundtrack is?
This tune in particular is one of my favorites. I've used it in some YouTube videos that I'm working on, just because it's so good. Like, it's just perfect. And what's wild is that this is one of the earliest versus puzzle games around. Like, it's older than Blockseed. There wasn't an arcade versus Tetris at this point. There was no... Dr. Mario had not yet arrived. There's not a Puyo. Like...
It's wild to think about the lack of parity on, like, arcade console at the time. We all know that was how things were. But you look at this like, yeah, we must be into the Mega Drive years. No.
What's wild is that they ported this to the NES, as I recall.
Yes.
Like, can you imagine? Oh my god, Digi's in peril.
Oh, you don't have enough buttons.
True.
Like, do start and select count in mid-game?
Do they? Is the hard drop like the select button? Like,
well, you would need to also sacrifice start to have all your axes of rotation.
That's true. Famicom port was unlicensed. That's incredible.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was
tuck. Yeah.
Ooh.
So this game, there is a little bit of lock delay, but because you drop with a button, it kind of gives you this kind of like, I'm just gonna swoosh this piece right on in kind of vibe. Like,
yeah,
it's really cool feeling.
I've done it before. It's neat.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yo, look at this.
That was pretty much airtight. It feels like Digi's worst problem is maybe getting a little lost in the weeds, but when Digi gets it right...
Yeah, Digi's downstacking is actually kind of epic. Like, Ardrox has an overstack and doesn't know where it is. Oh, die!
Die.
Yes! Oh my god. Incredible. Ardrox in a pretty solid lead, but Digi showing that he definitely knows how to play the video game. Just plays it in his own style.
Deku Slayer, is it okay for me to join the Discord to just like chill? I'm bad at puzzle games and like watching each one. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
That
was honestly the vibe when it was locals. It's just hard to stop people who are good at these things from finding you when you're online. But, you know, on Not Wednesdays, Discord is Vibe Central. And by that, I mean people seem to follow me when I go into a voice chat.
Ooh, okay. So if that was one line higher, if you stack past gray on your board, it instantly kills you. And Digi came so close to doing
Pretty
that.
Close.
Yeah. Okay. Digi now playing. Where did I overstack? It's in here somewhere. I guess I'm gonna skim this top and then we'll see if a hole opens up. It did not. but Ardrox finding his well. We're out of the suffering zone. We draw the 3 long.
We're fine.
Okay, Digi, I'm scared for you, but you did find the 1 wide. Now I'm terrified for you.
So, one of the things you're going to notice is in Versus, you get progressively harder levels the more continues you go on.
True.
You will be reset back to the original, not seed, but the original difficulty if you wait out the timer, which, no, don't do that. But it means, essentially, stealing an easy win on round 1 can do a lot for you if you feel like you're struggling with piece complexity in later pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how I get by. Because once the Z shows up, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Crying a lot.
I'm screaming.
I've been told not to do that.
Oh, did you? Oh, God. Oh, man, that sucks. That was such a sad misdrop. Digi was actually cooking. But unfortunately, when you're 4-1 and you make the bad drop, that's all it takes for somebody else to steal it from you. Congratulations, Ardrox, moving on up to winners round 2. Stay tuned. We have plenty more games where that came from.
So I just want to pose a open question to chat. Do you guys view this as a particularly competitive weekly or scene? Like, we have strong people, but I'm not trying to push the needle in one direction or the other, but I always try to keep it casual vibes the best we can. I gotta play my match.
I don't think there are that many players that are like crazy dominant, other than people like Butts.
Yeah. Oh, we got the pack attack team kill. I gotta play against what?
That's true. So what was that just... known pack attack player? Has definitely played a decent chunk of this. But I don't know what this match is going to look like. Juicy's quite new to this game. And has been
last bracket.
Yeah. You were having some controller issues from my understanding.
I'm having brain issues, thank you.
You're having brain issues?
My controller works just fine.
You're not cube-brained?
Not really.
You're not rotating cubes in your mind?
I don't play 3D games. No Tekken for me. I've lost all of my muscle memory between warming up to now.
Brutal. I'm sorry, bud. But for what it's worth, I like your stack, so...
Thank you.
You're playing fine. Look at you. You're gaming. Alright, what was that? Looking like he's setting up for... using the skims off of these squares, but unfortunately... had received garbage with an open well and had to reshape it a bit. Now he and Juicy are definitely dueling over this damage, but both players receiving garbage, some big open wells, so it's going to slow them down. Juicy has a little bit of a lead. Managed to close off his well with a square. Oh no! Juicy emptied his board as he's receiving damage from what? That's going to put him really far behind in the quota race. So what is not clearing right now? Okay, what now has a perfectly clean board, ready to accept lines. Juicy is really waiting on a line here, like a thin piece. All right, he's gonna start shoving stuff down the well. While what is kind of just greeting, getting that flat stack. And Juicy now has an overstack somewhere on his board. But the damage spike from what going to be lethal. Chat saying, I always view Puzzle Wednesday as a competitive tournament because I always like seeing y'all playing at your best. Blows my damn socks off knowing that some of the stuff that happens. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I don't... most of the people playing these, this is like, the games are new to them. Even if they're not new. I would say most of the games we play are pretty underdeveloped. Especially when we're playing stuff on the PlayStation, like we're playing we're playing a lot of stuff that wasn't released in our region, that we never had the ability to play with other people before. So, like, it's not new, but it's new to us. You know what I mean? Alrighty, we're sending some garbage back and forth. Juicy neck and neck. Scoreboard right? 0-1.
Yep. Well, there's only 1 point on the board right now. Well, now there's 2.
Oh, the sound. We love the sound. No! Yeah, so if you're struggling to figure out how tall something is in this game, the colors do represent depth. And if you're confused about what color is what, there's a meter on the right that tracks what colors you have available and what heights there are. So that way you don't have to be like, oh, tan comes after green. Duh. Like, if you're confused and you struggle, like, you can just look at it. I assume if you're colorblind, the meter is hell. Because, like, blue, purple, green, like, right in a row is actually kind of colorblind hell. Like, unironically. Both these players playing with a 2x2 well, which is kind of cool to see. It is fun to just sort of slam the cube, the 2x2 square, down into that hole. Alrighty. What with a little bit of a lead here. But Juicy sending some of the garbage over. We're now tied again. Juicy with a 2 wide well. What? Unfortunately clearing out his well and opening up his board in a way that I don't particularly like. He does manage to fix it. Juicy with an overstack. But there's only 1 line left.
By 1? Are you kidding me?
Oh no!
Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
slow.
Z's are introduced into the peace queue. I'm done.
It's over. He's cooked.
Kinda.
Let the overstacking begin. Oh my god! What a great finish. I love seeing that. GC building another 2x2 well. Don't tell him that 2x2s may not be in this piece set.
I'm realizing that.
Okay. We have an overstack for Juicy, but I don't know where it is. So if I don't know, he doesn't know. Probably.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. Okay. Juicy's found the overstack. Oh, we emptied our board? That's like empty. Okay, what is sending? Great triple from what? We've accepted an overstack on what side?
Oh, no.
Juicy is confused. We have the top board. Oh, no. Does the annoying plus shape show up in versus mode? I have not seen that piece in versus. Not ever. And also the totally 3-dimensional ones. The one that's like a 2x2 with a little nubbin. That piece I've also never seen in versus before. It's only Technōs and smaller. 2-dimensional Technōs and smaller. Which I think is probably for the best. Because it would mean that people would like periodically wait out the timer in order to reset the piece queue like to something more manageable. Okay, what has an overstack somewhere and I missed it. But Juicy has also accepted one, so it's probably even. So what is a little bit higher on board? What is sending lines? Okay, both players have opened up their wells and are prepared to exchange some lines here and there. But what is at a better part of the peace queue than Juicy? For sure. Though Juicy is able to relieve some pressure off the stack and send it at a time when what is uniquely vulnerable here. Juicy would benefit from not sending too many lines right now and focus on clearing this overstack. But unfortunately, it's on the third layer somewhere, which means he cannot stack anywhere on these green pieces unless he knows that's not the overstack. Juicy looking for the right rotation. We found it. What? Having some trouble. Okay, Juicy's well is now open. So we're sending. What is not prepared? Oh, what is sending a line, but there's an overstack somewhere in the stack. Okay. What? Finding a line. But unfortunately, drawing the forward wide. Okay, we have the tuck. Oh my god, what is barely hanging on to life here? It is... If Juicy can find some pressure, it's basically all over for what. But unfortunately, we have all of these deep wells for Juicy. And we have multiple overstacks now. Oh my god, I'm so terrified. Okay, we find a line from Juicy. Oh, good lord. What a knife fight. Like,
this is one of the most stressful round ones I've dealt with in a long time.
Both players just, like, wounded. Plugging it, you know? Like, this game really expands your neurons. Yeah, I really enjoyed... Block out! Yeah!
Happy to do my part.
Oh, God. I love it. Block out. So for those of you in the chat who are wondering the significance, no, he doesn't show up. It's kind of a shame. When you oh no, Juicy's got the overstack of all time.
I know. Explain block out.
So when you get a block out, you double the amount of damage that the line clear that you made with the block out occurs. So Juicy only sent 2 lines of that block out, which is not like great, because it means that your board is totally empty. There is one upside to it, which is that, like, in theory, in that sort of scenario, you could avoid getting garbage and having, like, a weirdly tall portion of your board. I don't know if that's worth the tempo loss, but, you know, we'll see. Juicy is scaring me. Okay.
I'm trying my best.
We found the rotation. Okay, Juicy's accepted an overstack over his well. But what is in the zone? He's making the little ting-ting noise, you know, when you got the... Juicy is learning how Technōs rotate. We're both in the dimension here. Like, we're blocked out, people. Like, oh, the sounds. The sweet sound.
What do you mean I didn't lose that?
Oh my fucking god, this game is such a delight. I didn't lose? What do you mean?
I thought dead to right I was done.
Oh my god, you know, anytime you hear the ting 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 of your opponent like failing to rotate, you gotta send garbage to them like now.
Yeah, like, slow down, kill me, please.
But like both players are in the fear factory, like, you know, struggling to survive. Juicy's got an overstack somewhere, but he's looking for a line piece to hopefully get himself out of this nightmare.
I'm not overstacked, I've just not done anything yet.
You are incredibly overstacked.
It's not from a gap, I just keep accepting damage.
You have at least 2 at this point.
Oh, no, now I am. Fuck.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. He's alive somehow.
I could have gotten that.
How do you guys map the piece rotation to keys? I use a controller.
I use a controller.
I do... If I'm using a Nintendo controller, I have the 3 rotations as X, Y, and B, and then I use A as my hard drop. And if I need yeah.
I do trigger as hard drop.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. I use a face trigger as a soft drop. I've used it because I use a face button for Sonic drop in TGM. It's very comfortable for me. But since the 3 rotations are a little bit different, I just map them slightly differently from TGM. Okay, we're both fighting. It's fine. He's just got an overstack somewhere near the top of his board, because he tried to take a skim with a E, but wasn't really set up to get the most value out of that. What is that bottom board? But we're playing a little dorky. Okay, Juicy's cleared the overstack and is sending. Oh, big time send. But what has a center board too wide and an overstack in multiple places on the board? Die. Just perish. It's over. I'm sorry, but it's over for you. There's no way. Yeah, ting ting. Uh-huh, ting ting. Is there a pink line? No.
I feel like I should not have gotten this far.
Oh my god. What a slugfest. I love this game. This is fantastic. I'm in my little gamer zone. I'm just watching the pieces fall.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
I'm having the best time. What it would be setting up for a 2x2 blockout has a 1x2 blockout, but unfortunately did not draw the piece. Draws it now, which is so sad. Both players. Yo, GC with this beautiful well, taking a great advantage of the R piece. Okay, he doesn't want to commit this L to the hole. Why are we okay? Okay, I no longer have indigestion.
Happy for you.
GC accepting a overstack. We're playing with the T. Meanwhile, What has an open well and can send with impunity, but has to actually draw the pieces that let him do that. Well, he's drawn some of them, and Juicy is looking scared.
Dang it.
So that was quite close. Congratulations, What, on moving ahead. Juicy, I have a feeling you will beat up somebody in losers. So, I think you'll do fine. I look forward to hearing about your further matches.
I feel like I might prefer this on stick, but I don't
blame you. I do feel like the zoom kind of feel is kind of probably much nicer on stick rather than pad. Also, like, you could probably piano the keys a little bit if you want to figure out your rotations real fast. That's something I like to do. So up next is going to be me versus Nightshine. I don't know if Nightshine has played this game before. I do massively dig this video game. I've been playing it. I would play more of it, but there's actually nobody in the lobby. It's usually just me and CT. Or it'll just be me.
Curse around these parts.
I just want to stack some blocks. We have a detector, but I don't know why ranked is not enabled in the Fightcade lobby. I wonder if ranked would get more players.
I couldn't tell you.
I have challenged Nightshine.
Okay.
Man, if only there was a channel for game requests. I say I wish to video game, Masa. Nobody wants to play Blockout.
Well, crazy that we do have a little forum channel suggestion box if you want to see something.
That is true.
Well, too late. We're already booked for the rest of 2025, but down the line, we actually do take suggestions in consideration, try to fit in at least once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something you're itching for. Say it. The line isn't too long at the moment.
Yep. Me and Nightshine are in match Waiting on you, Juicy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay, looking good.
We got Chris back after all. That's cool. Anyway, I'm here. Oh, it's the guy. You got rid of him. Why'd you do that?
I didn't get rid of him.
We're zooming here. So, I can only do this with the more basic blocks, but how do you like to build for like damage accepts?
I like to build various 1x1 and 2x1 wells. Depending on the piece queue, sometimes I'll also build a 3-wide well. Because it will let me like skim with J and T.
Yeah, I had thought as much. I just fumbled with that more in reality there. We're dead even on queue here.
I'm actually dead, straight up.
Oh.
My opponent
you had a couple outs there.
I did.
This game is so much easier to backseat drive on.
Oh, I know, right? That's what kind of why I like.
That. But I also know I would not have done that.
Well, I see, like, unfortunately, I took a skim that was, like, really slow. And by the time I was done with it, I was just like, well, I guess I die, like...
Man, that's crazy.
That's sort of the thing about this game, is that, like, it's more efficient to make skims like that, but it's not good for your health. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little slow.
I like there's the dynamism there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of variety going on there. That's very cool.
Unfortunately, a lot of puzzle games do fall into just here's the good thing to do in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
So Rat's kind of mad chill, and we're accepting damage in bottom right. The well's decently forgiving. Nightshine has the down stack there. We got row 2, column 3, but that's still going to be deeply committed to getting any piece that's not wider than 1. But this is early round, so RNG is going to be a friend generally, unless you keep getting 2x2s. Rat's nearly died, but we're getting out of jail. Downstack crazy. And Nightshine's kind of hard checked here. We get to... Nope. We don't get to do anything. Hey, Rats.
What's
question.
Up? Yeah, hit me.
Spectating not playing music for you either?
Well, I'm not spectating, but I am playing music. I do hear the music.
Okay, because I don't.
I'm sorry, bud.
It's fine. I'm just like, especially with this.
It is the...
Don't you wish the game would just hand you the too tall block out?
I would have loved to have gotten that block out. More than anything, I would have loved that block out. I could have accepted a block out there, but I decided against it.
Been funny. Been funny.
It could have been funny, you're right.
Look, I don't know. You should know this by now. It's kind of law of the land around here. Geez, you're allowed to accept so much.
Oh, yeah.
We got one hell of a damage volley, but I see what you mean by not accepting lines on an empty board, because now Nightshine just has a gigantic L shape menacingly hovering at top left.
Yep. And also, like, think about how much more you would have to stack in order to actually get into like threaten quota. Like, I was ahead by like 5 lines or whatever. Though, like, sometimes if you do that, like, you're also giving up offensive pressure, right? Like, you send over to your opponent, they have a weird shape, but you're not really killing them if you just wait to like passively accept more lines. So like there's a little bit of variety in the strategy, which I really dig about this game.
Kind of crazy for being potentially one of the versus puzzlers.
I know, right? I'm actually gonna accept those lines before I...
Okay.
Actually, I'm sending.
On a plug top one?
Oh,
yep,
actually, my opponent may be in trouble. Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's looking like it.
I sure did hear the ting-ting noise, and I'm just like, oh boy.
Look, I constantly harp on this, like people like Oz weren't playing Puyo or something, and he just gives me the world's most obvious tells of "I'm in danger, please hit me." But in this game, that's fun. Like if I'm gonna be slapped out of existence, I may as well be as obnoxious as possible.
Yeah.
Geez, your stacking is so clean. Nightshine, actually, if we take the skim, Nightshine's stacking is still pretty consistently good. We're just not hitting Rat's level tempo here. And the well shapes are a little committal.
I attacked my opponent because he looks overstacked. And dealing with an overstack when you're at top board is like way scarier. Though it looks like he's free, so rip me, I guess.
Yes. Okay. Looks like we may have overcommitted here a little bit. Was a one off, but Nightshine's still back in it. Manages to do a 3 tall back, and suddenly we're out of room. Damage jump scare when you can't rotate anymore is a time.
It's so scary. Like, if you like, that's also one of the weaknesses of a single wide well. Is that there's only so many places that you can rotate a piece into it, and so if somebody hits you with a damage spike, there's no easy way to take a skim and save yourself, unless your well's like center board.
I guess we're going back to level 1.
Yeah,
complexity.
My opponent let the timer run out.
Okay. I'd say let's not, to everyone in chat and also participating, let's not make a habit of that.
Yeah.
The escalating difficulty is kind of the point.
It also ensures we get a little bit more variety on the screen.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually
come down hard on it right now, but
yeah.
Nightshine again, very committed to these single wells. Like his corrective stacking is pretty all right. We have a 2 wide. It's a little bit better for counterplay right now.
Oh, whoops.
So inundated with the 2x2s. Commits it back to a 1, and we're getting only 2 wides again, basically. Downside finally happened for Nightshine. This might be where we take point 2. Now we have top left to... oh, okay. Damage sure is here, but we're going to rubber band most of it back again. And Rat's taking it by quota by 3 lines. One hell of a volley.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely felt the pressure at the end there. But
I think that was good adaptation.
Yeah, definitely.
Once we got off of the like strict, I can send as much damage in 1 poke as possible. Nightshine's board was a lot more adaptable. Physics
was asking what the bag situation in this. My understanding is that there isn't a bag, but every level has its own piece set. That's a little bit different. And
as
some of them are pretty funny. Yeah.
Question mark.
I think the only pieces that are guaranteed are 1x1 and 1x2. And literally everything else is, we don't have on-screen celebration. I think I don't have a browser source for that. So, but thank you so much for the bits, Ulti McBoodles. Appreciate it.
All right.
Alrighty. Moving ahead in the bracket, we have Masa. Our TO is currently in match with Chris, right? So
seems like it.
I'm actually gonna spectate her game. I'm just gonna stream snipe this match. Because I have nothing else to put on the screen.
Oh, that's fair. Honestly, if this is still going, that means that Chris is definitely throwing around some real haymakers here.
Yeah.
And 3v4 against Masa.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say my end set count in practice there before we had to start stream was 6 to 21.
Mm-hmm. Chris with this double eye dependency making me a little scared.
You can take some creative skims here.
Nicely done. We cleaned it up nice and easy. Unfortunately, we're accepting lines with an empty board, but Moss is at top board and is gonna have to do some pretty creative stacking in order to survive here. If Chris can find another 3-line spike, that would be huge. Because Moss is really, I'm not saying that she can't downstack this, but it's pretty bad.
It sure is a time on Masa's board.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, if you get a gray piece, it's all over.
Especially center board.
Wow, we're 4-4. Let's go. Masa was second place in our previous bracket of Blockout. So,
yeah.
Chris really having a strong showing here tonight. I'm very excited to see a little bit more. Masa with a 1x2 well. Playing with this T.
This is the most I've seen Masa just kind of finagle with the piece ever.
I think she was thinking about whether or not she wanted to take a skim with the T.
Makes sense.
One of the cool things about a 2-wide well is that you can skim with T and J very cleanly. The only downside is that it messes up your well. It will convert it from a 2.
Masa's got an overhang.
Masa is a little bit colorblind, which the height meter. Oh no! Oh!
Look, this late into the RNG queue, sometimes it's fine to play just to live. Still, 4-5 is a fantastic showing.
If you would like to play puzzle games, the best way is to check out the Discord.
Or challenge.
Or check out the old challenge page, which is where we post all of our brackets. It was 5-1, Masa. Thank you.
We do brackets every Wednesday, plus some Fridays, except for the tail end of the year with holidays coming in. So we have 2 more for November and then 3 for December, which is the busiest December in a long time.
We're getting a losers match game out of the way. We're heading over to Juicy Losies to go see Juicy versus
Did
Binto.
You just say?
To go see Juicy v Binto Box.
Yeah, okay.
Getting all loosey-goosey out of Juicy Lucy's, you know?
I could just leave and go to bed. My bed is 15 steps from here.
My bed, my NyQuil, my dreams, they're all the insides of my eyelids. They're all within reach. Oh my god.
But I'm here for the people.
Yeah. All right, you're in match.
Good luck, have fun. I would not worry about whether or not you're gonna embarrass yourself. We're here to vibe. Some people happen to do pretty good, but everyone's taking a chance. Don't worry about it.
Also, you don't necessarily have to play in bracket. Oh, the block out! Unfortunately, Binto is ready to receive and actually retains his board, their board. We're actually dead even on quota here. You see, pulling a slight lead by a single line. Binto sending. Yo, I dig the whole half board. Oh my god, Juicy was queuing up for another block out. I would have loved to have seen it.
Me too.
As foretold. The block out.
I'd love to prophesy.
You're gonna manifest some blockouts. Okay, pressure rolling in from Binto. We have a 4-line lead. We have a big empty board, but it's a 2x2 well, which lets us throw some squares down the hole. And Juicy, great skims, 2x2. Okay, we've cleared the overstack on Juicy side. Binto would really love to draw an eye or a none of these pieces. No! Oh! So in that situation, Binto could have taken an overstack, but it's so scary. It's like the scariest overstack skim situation I think I've ever seen. So I probably would have done something very similar, honestly. Okay. Getting started. Juicy with a 3-wide well. That way we can skim with the line. Juicy not looking at his opponent's board, so he receives lines with a big open well, but it's not the biggest deal. We're gonna flip around this O for a little bit.
Just for the bit.
Just for the bit. Oh, we have a nicely shaped well now. It's now become a U, but we did react to our opponent sending lines, so we were able to sort of fix it. Okay. Great reply from Juicy. Sending over the triple. Oh boy, it's a triple. Resist the urge. Resist the urge. He does not resist the urge, and then he accepts all these lines. Ah! Okay.
No!
Binto has... Oh my god! Oh my god, help! Help! Have mercy! Alright, we're gonna see if Juicy remembers the peace lock situation with Tux. Yeah! Let's go! Okay. We got the tuck situation. Alright, he's got, it's a 3 tall overhang. So Juicy could fix this by tucking, 2 3 tall eyes beneath. Okay, so he's got a 2-wide well here. I guess he's gonna tuck and then drop. Yeah. Okay, do it again. Binto is not looking at the quota. Binto has a single... Okay, never mind. Juicy is dying.
Look, I played around that better than I feel like I should have.
Yes, you do send more lines. The more faces you clear, the more faces you send your opponent. So as a general rule, you want to send as much over it all at once, so that way your opponent is overwhelmed by their pressure. Because after a certain height, you can no longer rotate pieces. But even if they have a well that is well-shaped and able to accept a variety of pieces, sometimes they simply may not be able to put the piece in, and you can kill them for their greed. This game is all about balancing the greed of having a full board versus the lack of tempo of having an empty board. It's kind of like the most interesting thing about it. Okay, Juicy with the 1x3 well. Now we can skim with the long eye. We're going to... Oh, we're not converting into a 2x2 well. Converting into a 1x1 well. I feel like Juicy has an overstack underneath this O somewhere. But I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna find out. Binto is in peril. Oh no. We're 2-1.
Oh no, the cheese are here.
It's all over.
It really is.
You're gonna have to learn the pieces sometime, dude.
So what if I... don't?
You must. You simply have to.
Why?
I don't want to. I didn't see how GC placed that. Binto with the 2 wide well. GC with the empty board, but it doesn't matter because Binto's overstacked. Doesn't know where. Okay. Oh, we've cleared it. Okay, we have 2 eye dependencies, but Binto is... Oh, God. Oh, there's another overstack. I think Binto expected that to work out. And I did too, actually. I have no idea where this overstack is. Oh, God. What were you complaining about, Juicy? I don't want to hear it. You know?
I simplify my game plan as much. I'm not greeting for anything.
Yeah. I mean, if your opponent is not... Like, you can empty your... If your opponent is not sending, then sometimes it's correct to empty your board, you know? Especially if it's going to kill them. But... Oh, no. Okay,
Yeah.
Juicy...
I'm here.
Juicy's overstack. Oh, let's see the tuck. Oh, do the tuck. Can't believe it.
Me?
Juicy's trying to figure out how to... Okay, we did it. Hell yeah. Juicy has an overstack in like the blue color somewhere. Gonna have to skim both purple and green, I think. Okay, we have a 4x1. We're checking to see if it'll fit into the 3x1 hole. Meanwhile, Binto looking pretty great. I mean, Binto just needs to draw an eye here. There it is. And now we have this beautiful 1x2 well that we can use to pressure our opponent with or chuck pieces down there. No problem. We have a 2x2 even to fit in this bottom side right here. Yep. And now Binto can just sort of... Binto could skim with this piece. How many rats make rats? A lot of them, it turns out. Oh, Binto is doing things that scare me. Okay. Oh, okay. Pressure? Oh, we're sending. And Juicy had already drawn his eye, but unfortunately, Binto's not in a position to accept garbage. None, there's no S. I suppose that's true. My name comes from a weird band that you've never heard of. Well, you'll probably hear about it if you try Googling my name, I suppose. Okay. Alright, we have very similar boards. They're just sort of rotated.
Okay.
You know, he always meant to put that 1x1 there. Alright, send over the block out, but I actually feel like that's really good for Juicy. This is sort of the downside of early game blockout, is that it tends to help your opponent. It tends to put them further ahead. Okay, Juicy with a bunch of stuff on the board. We are accepting an overstack, but it's a pretty good overstack. If he didn't draw the O. I don't even know if it's into this piece set. Because this game is sometimes cruel and will do that. Oh, there it is. Okay, Juicy, unfortunately, taking a long time to clear this overstack. Binto is sending pressure, and all of these long pieces are pretty bad. Really scary to come in the piece queue, because Binto can just send all this stuff, And now Juicy has to make a decision about overstacking. He decides to take an overstack, even though he is, what, 7 lines up? Oh, okay. Oh, Juicy. Juicy is surviving. One more line coming in. Okay. No! Look at this clean board from Binto. Beautiful. Binto saying, not yet. You're not through this match yet. Okay. Z is a radical S. You squint hard enough. In this game, Z's are S's. You can flip them around. Wild. Late game Java energy? True. Huge if true. Alright, Binto with this checkerboard situation.
True if huge.
It's not as scary as you think with T and S in the pool. T and Z in the pool. But it does mean that, like, you have to do a little bit of work. We have a T for Binto. Okay, Binto is really committed to this 1x1 well. But it's totally okay because Juicy is not really in a position to accept lines. We have the scariest eye dependencies I've ever seen. We are taking one hell of an overstack. We have to fill this entire well before we get an opportunity to free ourselves from this madness. Okay, we're stacking on top of the well in order to get access to the overstack, which makes sense. We'll just be double overstacked and we'll call it a day. The Juicy can't put a piece on these orange pieces. He's placing the single in the upper right corner. I don't know about that. He's actually placed on a pink. So now he's screwed. I'm calling it. You know, your bets on Juicy winning this match, it's over. Binto does have to... Okay, never mind. These are S's, then rats is plural. I see. That is true. Okie dokie. Juicy is playing with this J. Now we're trying to find a rotation. There we go. Binto. Nice clean stack. We're plopping down the O's. We have a 4 wide well. It's not bad. I actually dig this T as well. I actually am really surprised by that placement from Binto. Okay, we're cleaning up our board. Juicy's almost ready to start sending. In fact, Juicy's decided to send. He's got the 3 wide well. So he's first in the quota race, but I somehow don't think that this is... What are you doing? What?
I'm trying my best. Fuck.
Oh, let the sweating begin. Let the terror, the panic, the fear. Actually, the fear. Juicy actually is only got 2 overstacks to clean up, so I think he does have to start with the orange though. Do I eat spooters? No.
What?
It's a weird question, but you know, I'll allow it. Okay, Juicy with a big well. He wants to commit to this overstack. Oh my god. Oh, we live. Oh, we're so living.
Oh my god.
Okay, we got the empty board. Got the empty board. Binto. Oh my god.
GG's.
My blood pressure can only take so much from these matches. I'm so... Congratulations, moving ahead. Juicy loses, continues.
No, GG's, that was really good.
Oh, brother, it's gonna be... We're heading on over to winners semis. Gonna be me versus what was that? I gotta put the... Oh, Yeah, I actually...
Huh?
I don't need to react. Why not? I love reacting. I'm always reacting.
I'll react.
You're reacting?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, sometimes reacting is off the table, you know?
I'm sick.
You're sick?
Yeah, just thought you should know.
Are you down with the sickness, as it were?
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not be.
I think the hardest thing for me in this is eyeballing a 2 tall or 3 tall.
Hmm.
And that is the most that I pump the brakes and drive like an old person.
You would drive like an old person? I can't believe this.
It's for everyone's safety. Rat's taking some crazy skims here just to preserve the one wide well for max damage output. What the hell? That's messed up. Stream's over. Bye.
It's been a good one. Oh my god.
The amount of confidence you guys have and not mashing like any rotates, just like, nah, I know what I need. Crazy. Y'all need to take a nap.
I did take a nap.
Touch grass. Paint a picture.
I have definitely touched more grass than any of you nerds, by far.
No, I do, because I work outside for a living.
Oh, I see. That is a lot.
You and I are definitely in contention there.
I enjoy spending a lot of time in the mountains and stuff, so.
Little did you know, the purple roll in Puzzle Wednesday Discord server is actually dictated by going outside.
True.
What with 4 bespoke eye gaps?
I love that for him, you know?
Yeah.
You know what?
And getting with nothing but 2 wide, so we're just gonna overstack and pray.
Oh, you made the sound?
Oh, he's not done for. He could have not been done for. Close. If he didn't tip Raz off to hit, or
I definitely would have let him
the
out.
Downstack, it technically was true. He could have gotten out of there and done a complete rubber band.
Ooh, he's not taking the skim? I was surprised by that.
Mount Shooter Go-Go is great. It is like this, though. You need absurdly high win counts for it to feel like it's worth your time and money.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know it's not the same hardware, but it is very much using, I think, the same sound chip. This makes Mega Drive music sound worth it. Like, good God, this is great. A lot of Western Genesis games have soured my opinion on its sound capability sometimes. Oh, 3-0 so far. But then again, what's playing against the person who told me before we started, like, this game isn't hard, right? There was a question mark at the end of it, like, as if you were testing the temperature on whether you're gaslighting us or not.
I wouldn't gaslight you.
Shut up.
When have I ever? Name one time.
Right now. You're trying.
I'm trying?
You're trying.
I'm trying.
Okay. I think what accidentally overstacked in the wrong order to make that skin, but we're gonna hope that he makes his way down. Oh my god.
Oh, you made the sound?
Oh no. No! The next piece was also gonna do it. He needed to discard top left.
Okay, I'm just doing this. Fuck it. I'll just keep doing it. Like, nobody can stop me.
I think the fundamental of like how you're supposed to do stuff in this game is not hard. But brushing up against the controls is what gets me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve to the controls, I feel like.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's gives this game a lot of its identity. I don't think this would be fun if you could zip through it as like guideline speeds.
No, probably not.
Alright, Rat's sitting on a 2-wide well there. We're just gonna keep quietly approaching a little bit of pressure because we got a pretty brutal misdrop there. Okay. Rat's breaking free. This damage spike could settle this in a hard 5-0, and there it is. GG's.
GG's. I love this game. Thanks for playing.
Oh, it's cool.
I love going to quota in this game. Like, I love knowing that it's real, you know?
This game or Weltris?
This game or Weltris? I think Weltris is way better. But that's because
Alexi Paget, no, thanks to you.
I love Alexi's weird face. So here's my issue. Here's my issue is that I think Weltris is a better like game system. Like, it's more competitive and interactive. In terms of an overall package, Blockout is definitely better. Like, the single player is better, the music is incredible, the art is great, the technical accomplishment of making the 3D animations, like all that stuff is incredible. But I just don't think that this game is as interactive as Weltris. And that makes me a little bit sad. We're going to Juicy Losers.
I feel like if you play both as intended, you probably get more interaction out of this. Like, Weltris is a game that exists by breaking it open sideways.
Yeah, definitely.
And nothing wrong with that.
For sure, for sure. Oh, yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Yeah, GC's definitely picked up the pace a little bit from where he started earlier in the bracket. Nightshine has demonstrated that he's very comfortable with this piece set in particular. So hopefully that can materialize into some pretty great pressure. GC not respecting his opponent's sending, but honestly, the piece key's been so kind, and his board is so well shaped to accommodate these pieces. But unfortunately, we've given up our well. We're now in a 1x1 well, so we're dependent on drawing all of these pieces. But the piece queue is so friendly. It's so perfect. Meanwhile, Nightshine at top board, but we're drawing the exact same stretch of the piece queue. We're able to rubber band a lot of this stuff back to Juicy. Juicy scaring me a little bit with the rotation of that piece. He's got the... Oh my god, what a beautiful skim from Juicy. It's all starting to come together for the Juiceman, you know? The juice is loose. We're actually neck and neck. Juicy just needs to keep this pace and hopefully... No, we're not rotating the O's into this side thing here, which is scaring me a little bit, but... Oh, he's really committing to this. How is Nightshine alive here? Okay.
Good question.
Oh, brutal. Ultimate McMoodle's asking, will Night shine or get juiced? I'm not gonna linger on that one too long. Do you see? Can I get some lore on your name? Do you have name lore?
I absolutely do, actually. This came from a time before I was in anything. It was like Smash 4 just come out, and Juicy was supposed to be the ultimate doubles name.
I see.
For like the person I was dating at the time, it was Juicy Juice. For my roommate or friend, it was Juicy Dick. And I spelled it off-brand because I thought Juicy Juice is a brand does the the cutesy misspelling thing like Fruit Loops. I wake up, sober up the next morning, and no, they do not. And ever since then, I just never fixed it.
Fantastic. And now we know the lore. Juicy pulling ahead a little bit on quota, but does not... Oh no, this overhang. How has Juicy learned how to do the normal tech? We're gonna find out. We do have a 2x1 well, which is great for this.
What if I just don't?
You don't have to. That's the choice you get to make. Nightshine is in a similar situation, also with a double eye dependency, right? Ugh! And then the spike. Finishing off the game, the round. All right, we're in our third game. We should be getting some new pieces. Right? Right?
What if I don't want them?
Yeah, I don't think you're getting new pieces, actually. I think you're still on the original piece set. The dimensions of the playfield do change, though. Who needs Tux? You know, with the amount
That's what I'm saying.
I will remain silent. I will not say the obvious joke.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. All right, Juicy. Wow, Nightshine's actually not able to reply. So Juicy actually got away with emptying his board. But Juicy is really committed to not committing to his board. So it gives up a little bit of the lead in the quota race, but... Oh god, it keeps happening. I told you about stairs, bro. Okay. Alright, this is how Juicy can still win. Nightshine really... This piece queue is so friendly to this one wide well from Nightshine. I actually feel like Juicy might be a little bit behind on the piece queue, so...
Oh, if I did it lower! Okay.
Greed is massive. Greed sure is massive. Juicy... Okay, we're now on the new piece set. So Juicy is sending. And Nightshine, as the 1x3 well, does not take the skim. But Nightshine is building the 1x1 well and is looking to slam as many pieces down there as possible. Juicy has the 2x1 well and is ready to start cashing in some of these pieces. Hell yeah. And we're also able to convert our well back into a new shape. Actually, screw that. We're throwing it away. Doesn't matter. Nightshine flipping some pieces, trying to find a way to put the R into the hole. Manages to find it and is ready to start sending lines over to Juicy, who takes a skim for safety's sake. Might have to also take a skim with this D. Oh yeah. Juicy discovering the power of just chucking it in there. Just chuck it in there. We are now committed to the overstack pretty badly on GC's part. And we also have to figure out how we're doing this. Wow. That's actually a great skim from GC.
Thank you.
We're almost out of this in a lot of ways. Yo, the ting? Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. Okie dokie. Oh, we're really on that same brain cell. We're really on that same brain cell. Yo, Alti McBoodles, thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. We will definitely be taking all these gift subs and trying to bring you best events we can here on twitch.tv and later at Frosty Faustings later next year, which I mean January, closer than you think. Okay, Juicy with an empty board.
I don't think.
Yeah, when I say next year, like it's like pretty
January.
soon. Yeah, like it's pretty soon. All right, Juicy. He's got an overstack, so he's not able to get the most value out of this garbage that Nightshine has sent him, but is able to clear it and is now able to overstack over it. But it's fine. We've opened it back up. No problem. Nightshine. We're kind of flipping the pieces around. GC's considering taking a skim here. Overstacks instead. Really kind of a misdrop. Do it again.
Misdrops, thanks.
Do it again. You know, it's fine. Man, let's do the time warp again.
It's rough out here.
Alrighty. Okay, two by one wells all around. We love to see it. GC drawing the 4x1, doesn't know what to do with it. I don't either. I hate that piece, unironically. Unless I'm at top board and I have a single wide well. Alright, GC with the R. We're not taking the skim. GC's weighing his options. He could go for some pressure here. He is emptying his board. Nightshine able to reply. Now GC's a little bit behind in the quota race, but I don't know. We haven't actually seen that many matches go to quota just yet, so in this first 5. Don't count it out. Any moment that could change. Okay, GC with this kind of R-shaped well, but not drawing any R's. Oh, okay. I'm scared for GC's life.
Me too.
We really out here making those NyQuil plays. Okay. Meanwhile, Nightshine also has an overstack somewhere, and I actually don't know where it is. Okay. Nightshine still doesn't have a well. That's somewhere in there. Okay, we found it. Juicy making the sound. We might be calling a mulligan on this one. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Physics Whiz, that is horrifying.
What's going on in chat?
Apparently there's a version of the cabinet where instead of 4 buttons, they give you 2 levers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess you do up, left, and right to rotate, and then you hold down in order to soft drop.
That sounds awful.
I don't like that. I won't lie to you. That scares me. This is some real, like, Biriki Dio type control scheme. Alright, Juicy with the 2x2 well. We're slamming the O down. We're able to send that pressure. Nightshine with the multiple eye dependency, but we find one eye, so it makes it a little easier. Juicy decides he's gonna try and take the skim, but I don't know. Okay. Yo, we're drawing all the eyes that we would have loved to have drawn with our open well. But Nightshine does not know what to do with this L, so fortunately, given Juicy a new point. Why does the left stick have a button? Oh, I hate this. Wow, that really is a Bariki Dio kind of control scheme. Get that away from... That is cursed. What a nightmare. Is it an instant lose button? Who knows? Okay, Juicy. With the T. We have the 2 wide well. We're converting it back into a 1x1 well. We got the O. We're ready to start sending. The Nightshine is looking in kind of a vulnerable place here. We're still overstacked, so there's no easy way for Nightshine to find pressure here. Meanwhile, Juicy has to do a little bit of recovery on his board. Nightshine still no way out. But Juicy has to find a way to place this S. Oh, Wi-Fi. We're having a Wi-Fi moment. Alright, Juicy does have an overstack. But if he draws an I here, I think he can just throw it down the well and be okay. Okay, we're just going to put the S in there instead. No big deal. Nightshine... events are transpiring on Nightshine's board. Okay, alright, we have a well. So that's definitely a positive development for Nightshine's board. We're looking for an eye. We're too tall to rotate the eye! Wait, can we tuck? Can you do the double tuck? Yeah, let's go! Okay. Alright, now Nightshine just needs to do a top board skim. Does he draw the exact pieces? No! Isn't Bariki Dio from Live Alive? No, I'm thinking of, you're right, that is from Live Alive. I'm thinking of Bariki 1.
Okay, I was going to say, I recognize that name.
Bariki 1 is a fighting game where the controls are reversed. You have the stick on the right-hand side and the buttons on the left. And you use the stick to, like, control your fighter's posture. It's very strange. Yeah, this is a real match, you know? Like, this is definitely some violent shit. Yeah, let's go! We love the block out. Okay. It's actually super good for Juicy to receive that block out. His board was actually ready to accept for sure. Juicy does need to close off this well so that way it can accept garbage from Nightshine. Okay, but we actually emptied a little too much out of our board. But Nightshine has to draw an eye. Okay, this 1x2. All right. Okay, let's... No, we're too high up!
GG's.
Oh my god, what a heartbreaker.
This game will delete years from my life.
What a heartbreaker. How are you still in this?
Neutral, baby.
We did play a little bit of neutral. If you had not pressured Nightshine enough, then you definitely would not have won that. He would have been able to rotate that eye. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's kind of what I do in fighting games that I don't understand completely either. It's like, I'm going to turtle as hard as possible and look for the one opening I get.
Yeah, definitely.
So I stopped going for anything after a point.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So let's get into some upcoming events here at Puzzle Wednesday. Next Wednesday, November 20th. We got quite a game. We have Puzzle Arena Toshinden. This match 3 puzzle game is pretty cool. It's like the anime match 3 puzzle game. You have taunting to steal meter. You have metered attacks. You have offsetting just like Puyo. And it's just pretty neat. When you're taunting your opponent, you give up control over your own piece, but you also prevent your opponent from using their meter to attack, and you steal some meter. You can use your meter to delete garbage off of your board, to slam your opponent with garbage. There's bomb pieces that you can use to eradicate a single color off your board. There's a bunch of really cool art and music. I think this game is just like a solid 8 out of 10. Like, you really gotta try it. We'll be playing this on Duck Station. So make sure you get all your ducks in a row, get your BIOS, get the exact right build of Duck Station. We're using the latest rollback build, and we'll see you there. The following Friday, we got Hack Match. This is an uppy-downy in the same vein as Magical Drop 3 or Money Idol Exchanger, except unlike those games, this is a contiguous match 4 rule set like Puyo. And you're going to see builds that sort of remind you of Puyo a little bit, because your robot can only hold a single piece at a time and swap a single piece on the board at a time, which gives you way more control. Yeah, definitely. Like, you can definitely make all sorts of weird and cool things with it. And if you do an extended chain, you could, in theory, hit your opponent with like the double garbage wall, and then they're dead. Like, they're just dead. This game's neat. This is a homebrew game that you can buy on itch.io. So if you head into the Hack Match lobby on Fightcade, you can go buy your copy there, or you can click that link in the chat. Either one, go get your copy. The following Wednesday, December 4th, we're playing Pack Attack. We're not playing any Pack Attack. We're playing the Namco Museum Collection 2 Pack Attack on the PS1. This version's really neat. It's got a groove system, so you can play one of 3 different damage types, whether that's dropping ghosts, sending line pressure, or sending poison ghosts, which is wild. The poison ghost is one of the weirdest pieces I think I've seen in Pack Attack. It deletes Pac-Man off the board, which can be extremely disruptive when it's exactly right. Sometimes it's not the best. But you can check out all that stuff in Namco Collection Volume 2. We'll see you there for some Pack Attack. This game's great, and we also have some really strong players. Between Juicy, What Was That? Roderick should also be showing up, and I think CT's also no slouch at this game either.
We got a good player pool finally, which, man, me from 3 years ago would have loved to hear that.
Yeah. All right, the following Wednesday from that, we have Wario's Woods. This game's pretty great. It's a platforming matching game featuring bombs as if they were crash gems from Puzzle Fighter, except instead of just matching a color, you're going to be matching 3 or more in a line or a diag, and one of them has to be a bomb. If you clear 5 or more, you get a diamond, which can eradicate a color off of your board, but only the monsters, not the bombs. And the object of the game is to either clear all the monsters off of your board, or to send enough pressure over to your opponent that you crush them and jail them. This game is quite involved. Yeah.
You pitch Toshinden as the anime puzzle fighter, but I feel like this is far more that.
You can definitely do some fun stuff. Yeah.
The complexity addiction this game has with mechanics on mechanics on mechanics on mechanics. We haven't even talked about Wario Time on there.
There is Wario Time.
There is Wario Time. He makes your life worse.
He does make your life worse. Sometimes Wario will spawn after a set amount of time, and your piece will randomly be more monsters rather than bombs. So a significant portion of the game is trying to clear a color and its bombs off the board before the next Wario Time, so that way you don't reintroduce more of that color to your board. That way you'll progress through the game a little bit more predictably. It's neat. It's just a neat game. We have more events waiting for you in the Discord, so make sure you show up. You can also check out our challenge.com/communities page. We're going to get back into some matches in just a bit. Thanks for your patience. Also, our hardworking TO is already firing off match calls. We have Mark versus Masa.
Prove it.
Mark is quite the gamer, and not a bad blockout player either. Memory serves me correctly, he got third in our previous blockout bracket. And
Mark is just a pretty all-around solid Tetris-er.
Yeah, he knows how to put the blocks down, you know. He's definitely played with the Technōs before. Challenge me.
Okay, but who is that guy?
The Blockmaster?
The Blockmaster?
The Blockmaster? Master Block?
Neat.
Oh, we had a beginning game blockout available. Neither player went for it, but you know, they're not good. Turns out they're not good, which is kind of a shame.
I went with my one there because it feels like you just don't want to take a blockout opener.
No, I don't think they're very good. Your opponent would have to do something really strange in order to make it worth it. Marcus did greed kind of heavily on this board. Oh, but actually Masa fed him lines at like the exact right time for that to be super good for him. Okay.
He is building to, like, if he gets even damage spike and he gets the right piece, all he has to do is press a button and slam it down.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Like,
Mark is now on an empty board, so if Masa sends lines, capable of sending repeated lines. Wow, he's just already in the place to recover. We did greed. We did throw away a 1x3, but Mark is actually ready for quota. Incredible. What a tight match. Both these players play extremely fast.
Ominous opening tone there.
Yeah, the pace, we may have a lot of quota matches between these two.
It's not Juicy Lucy's anymore.
It is not Juicy Lucy's. We are actually back in winter semis.
Walkout.
Masa does not want to clear a line here because she would love to be able to just, skim or clear with O's. It's very efficient. Makes you feel great. Okay, we're getting rid of the 2x1 well. We have a bit of a quota lead for... Oh, actually, it's already flip-flopped back. Oh god, the Spire from Masa is not good. If Mark could realize that he needs to send lines like now, you might be able to... Oh, it's too late. Okay, we're fine. Anytime your opponent gets a yellow on board, it's like party time. Like, if you send lines, you know, like...
I think Mark is fine.
Mark's totally fine. Masa is in danger. Oh, yeah. If you got pinks on your board, your opponent sends you the triple, it's all over for you. Masa with the 2x2 well, because we got all these O's coming in. Masa not taking the O clear, which I'm sort of shocked by. He built this well. Hey, Mark, skimming. Mark has definitely practiced a bit since he was last on stream, or since he was last playing this here at Puzzle Wednesday.
So last on stream.
I suppose that's true. It just didn't seem accurate to what we've shown here tonight.
Technically applicable statements.
Technically true. The best kind of true. Oh, Masa.
The funniest kind of true. Uh-oh.
Let's go. Masa definitely had a very good stretch in the RNG. You really would like to, you know, be in a situation where your board is basically just a well, and then you draw like, you know, a bunch of eyes back to back. Mark reshaping as well into a 1x1, but it's center board. There are like cool center board rotations that you can do at top board. And since both these players greed very heavily, I anticipate that they're going to spend a certain amount of time up there. Meanwhile, Mark kind of caught with his pants down. He's got all of these like really awkward gaps, overstacks. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna clear anything, but meanwhile, Moss is just kind of vibing. Like, he actually could send, but I actually feel like it might be a mistake to do so. We really would rather just shape our well, but if Mark's making the sound, you know, let him cook. Send over the stuff. Let him cook. That's fine. It's good for you. Don't mind the burning smell.
I never did.
He never does. Mark. We got a great stack so far. I'm drawing the 4x1 piece, which is actually my natural enemy. I despise that piece. Steals games. Awful to stack with. Mark is greeting. Masa is sending and is very ready to receive garbage from Mark. Mark is really committed to drawing this eye. He does find one. But Masa's in such a great position. Oh yeah. Yeah, just shove the eye down. Just shove the T down there. It's no big deal. We do have an overstack now. But I think Moss is in a great position to get out of it. We have to remember where it is. Okay, we did. We didn't stack over it again. Masa sending over the pressure. We got the O. And we're able to fix our board, so now we can get back to sending after Mark clears a face. Mark is in peril. Oh yeah, there's nothing you can do. Oh, he found a clear? What?
That was...
Excuse me?
Sometimes we have to make choices.
Can I get a clip? Can I get an instant replay, please? I didn't see it. I need you to clip that, chat. Show me how he made it clear there.
We got a lot of moments like that.
I have no idea how he got out of that. I need to know. For science. For science.
Oh, he did the overhang plug with the little L
with shape. My eyes, Juicy. I want to see it with my eyes.
You don't have those.
I don't have those? Man, that's tragic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, Masa. We're filling up our board a little bit. Wow, we're actually going with the L skim. A bold choice, but wow. Okay.
Mark is making bold choices here.
Masa had a block out, but does not take it because it would be bad. Mark is sending. Masa does not want to give up this 1x2 well and immediately draws an O, which makes a lot of sense. Misdrop from Masa, rare. Okay, now Mark has read the situation correctly and has started sending because there's no way that Masa can get out of this, I feel like. But I already said that earlier tonight. Oh my god, she's gonna get out of it. No, she isn't. Okay, no. Thank god.
Would have been funny.
Would have been so funny. Alrighty. Oh, interesting. Mark is definitely making some decisions that I probably would not personally, but they're just fascinating. Like, he will definitely take an overstack that I don't really understand. But he makes it look effortless when he gets rid of it. However, this empty board is so sad. Like, it's only a small lead, that Masa has built. But like, look at the difference in their boards. It's not just that it's like a little bit of tempo. It's also a little bit cleaner for Masa. All right. What is the situation here? All right, Masa taking an overstack. We have to find a way to stack into these columns. Okay, but we have to draw an eye now.
God.
Oh, we're repeating to stack over
it. Okay, chill out.
Okay, violence called.
Keeping a little bit of plus. Oh, manages actually.
No way! No way! Please clip that. What is that? A glitch? What the hell is that?
Oh, there was a ding.
She lives?
What?
Whatever. You know what? Oh my god, please. I need chat. You must clip that for me. I have to see it again. Masa won. Yes, I did gather that. I do understand that. Yeah. Holy moly. Where's Note? Oh, Note's sick, isn't he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Just like me. I don't know why I think this bit is funny, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
What about how sick you are? The bit?
Yeah. I mean, saying it is the bit.
Oh, I see.
The sick is the reality.
Also with the 3 wide well. We're actually taking the skim with the T. I'm also looking pretty clean here. There's no obvious... Okay, Mark has to take a skim at top board.
He's prepared.
He's got the eye. He's able to send over a lot of damage, and it's not a great time for Masa. We're going to last game, last round. The finalist of Luigi's. You've been here many times tonight. Thank you, Tuesday Night Mystery. I really appreciate it. Never in my life have I seen something like that. That was incredible. Masa does stuff like this in this game, like all of the time, you know? I actually have an unrelated Masa blockout moment in my, like, my hype reel. Good God. Alright, Mark.
How is this only winner semis?
It feels like it's a little deeper in the bracket, doesn't it? But... Oh, Masa, no! Ah! Okay! Oh, we're almost out! No! Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Yo, we're just gonna... You know what? Let's just keep playing. You know what? Slam that quarter. Slam that quarter in the cabinet. Yo, it's time for losers round 3. Congratulations, Mark, going to winners finals. First, we're gonna do some losers. Holy moly.
Mood. Yeah, what was that? And it's just Chris now.
That is true. It's just Chris now has really surprised me. This bracket.
Yeah. I mean, running mystery, he's delved the minds at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's interesting to see, and this kind of extends like everyone who's here on a weekly basis. It's interesting to see like where a player's personal strengths come out. I think I was just not expecting the sheer tempo and confidence from Chris.
Well, this is a game that I feel like if you practice the single player, you actually get a big advantage relative to other games. Just because like a big hurdle for people are the controls.
Yeah.
And while single player is not good at learning versus fundamentals in most games, learning the controls is definitely one of the things it can help you with. Chris having to take an overstack here. We're drawing all the O's all at once, but then we find an I, so we're able to find some tempo here.
I don't think what is going to out-tempo Chris, but if he plays solid defense and just tactically pokes, he can probably put him over the edge. It's, you need to kind of screen watch a little bit and be mindful of your neutral state. That being said, Chris just did it to what there, so, you know, who's to say?
Okay, Chris. Ooh. Oh, no.
We already got a pretty heavy... Okay, get the tuck. We're patching it back up on what's side, but that's such a...
At this stage in the game, I feel like it's not the biggest deal, but you really don't want to make a habit of it, you know?
To me, it already shows that your nerves are kind of potentially flayed, as it were.
So what, unfortunately, went through a part of the pattern, drew a bunch of eyes, and was not really ready to send. Now is able to send over the pressure, but I feel like Chris is in a pretty good place to respond. Interesting.
This is the time where we're sending the volleys.
Oh yeah. Chris has read the board, but what is able to send over some pressure? Oh wow. Chris really reacted to that garbage coming. No! Okay, we have to draw the 1x1. We'll draw it eventually. No!
Tragic.
So I'm hearing in chat, we have the instant replay. It looks like Masa received damage and it pushed her overstack into the ghost row. And this game does not kill you if stuff goes past the ceiling. It only kills you if you place it.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
It's like
that's not uncommon for the time.
So it lets you get away with some pretty funny stuff. What? I really scared by these overstacks.
You can calm down, buddy. It's okay.
The amount of tempo that Chris can gain from this, pretty significant. But it looks like what was able to do a tuck or two. Yeah, we're not totally out of this, but like,
it's like, just don't be the reason that you're losing.
Yeah, the amount of damage you can do to your own board is pretty significant. What would love to get a top board skim of some kind. But Chris is sending the pressure. Point. Oh yeah.
A lot of 1x1s get out of jail, but unfortunately, one too few.
All right, Chris refusing to take the line. Definitely read his opponent's board and was just like, I don't want to send. We're definitely playing around some of these pieces as best we can. They're a little awkward. Certainly. Okay, Chris abandoning the 2 wide well and takes an overstack in the meantime. However, what does have a pretty big well, and we've made it way worse. Oh yeah, this tee is really bad. Yeah, we're in the dimension now. And see, this is the reason why it's important to like look at your opponent, look at their board and know what's going on, because if you accept lines on an empty board, sometimes you can just die.
Yeah.
So Chris has to find the coup de grace here.
Okay.
He has to find the coup de grace now, actually. Unless...
I'm not getting it. Oh, no!
Oh, my God. He was so close to getting it out. Oh, brother.
The lock delay on this is the right feeling of generous, yet you can still absolutely get murdered for not knowing what you are supposed to be doing.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I actually find...
feels like such a...
I feel like the lock delay in this game is just right, but also I guess they were... Sega Tetris had already come out, so I guess they had already...
Yeah.
They had somebody's homework to steal. I mean,
there's still a lot of games that like adopt lock delay that do it blatantly wrong. So to hit a sweet spot, especially in such a weird experimental game like this,
yep,
you know, standing ovation.
Definitely. People compete in classic Tetris, and I'm pretty sure that game does not have lock delay.
Nope.
Oh my God. Okay. What? Looking great, actually. A bunch of great skims. And Chris's board is really bad. We have a pretty awkward overstack, but it's actually cool because it doesn't go all the way to the bottom of his board. So as what sends this garbage, Chris will be able to retain this well and send pressure back. We are not drawing the pieces that we want. Oh, did that actually... That couldn't have cleared it, right? No, there's still got to be a gap in there somewhere. Right?
Chris coming back from this is kind of crazy.
No way. Yo, look at this quota.
This is at least a little messed up.
Yo!
It's a lot messed up. Gosh dang. Okay. Chris only has to win one more game to what's 4 more potential wins here.
This is huge. What is a pretty tough opponent? Like, okay. We have some pretty similar stacks going on here. We're gonna see how they decide to interpret what to do here. What is abandoning the 2x2 well? Chris is deciding whether or not he wants to use this well. It looks like he doesn't want to, which is probably smart. He doesn't take the J skim. All right. Wow, look at this. Okay, Chris is in a great position to accept these lines, but he has no counter reply. So what is going to be able to more or less stack up and receive these lines no problem? A 1x3 well is honestly gas on this in this piece set. A 3 wide well lets you skim with basically every piece. In fact, he almost had a 4 wide I skim, which is incredible. Normally when I think of I skims, I think of like cashing in items in TGM, like playing Puzzle King. Like anytime you can do an I skim in this game, you're definitely gaming. Okay. Chris is actually, you know, Chris realized that he did not know how he was going to fit that in that hole and took a route that was a little bit safer, and it's probably why he's 5-1. He's definitely showing the discipline and the self-knowledge to know, I don't know how I'm spinning that J in there. Took a slightly more conservative line and made the attack. What's up? You said something?
Play against Masa?
I'm sorry.
I also know that was a cough.
God bless you.
Thanks. I'm sick. Okay.
See Lucy.
Where in bracket is this?
Losers quarters.
This is quarters? You're crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Isn't a J an L? In this, a J is an L. Is an L because you can flip the pieces over. They're already in it. They did not wait. It is.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, we gotta get this bracket moving. I do try to keep the bracket under 3 hours where I can. You know? Oh, Juicy Ascendant. I don't know about that, bud.
I don't really know anything about this game. I'm just out here making moves.
Masa reading Juicy's board and is like, I am sending. But honestly, the damage is not as severe as it could have been. In fact, he's going to get this O. No problem. Multiple I dependencies, but it doesn't matter because Masa was not sending. Masa has a slight quota lead. Oh, takes an unfortunate clear. So she's not able to take any garbage. But now she is. Able to send it over. No big deal. We have a 3-wide well, so we could skim with an eye if we wanted to. It's a shame there's no T in this P set. Oh, Masa is so close to quota. Yeah, we did it with the eye skim. You'll love to see it. Okay. Similar sort of start. Masa starting kicking things off with the 1x1 well. GC with the 4-wide well. I don't know if there's a four long eye. We're converting it into a 1x1. Masa's well prepared to grab these lines. She refuses the 2-wide skim. But now she's got a great well for slamming O's down into. We're converting into a 1x1 well, but at the very bottom. So that way we can maybe do some O skimming later. Meanwhile, Juicy, these dependencies terrify me. Oh my god. We are in the dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, the dimension. Wow. He was actually able to get that O in there. No problem. That's wild. Can he do it again? It does cost him a lot of time to be doing this.
Yeah.
That's like the other issue. He should be able to tuck in here. You know that you can... If you hold down the drop piece, the drop button, and then hold your direction, it'll just slide right in.
Oh.
You have lock delay while you are dropping. It's not instant.
I know it is, but I thought it was not just that free.
Oh, it's super free. I don't know if your lock delay resets every time you drop a floor. Scientists will have to tell you. My understanding, when I watch speedrunners play it, they spend a lot of time like skipping down steps of blocks. So maybe that's a thing.
I'm gonna say it probably is then.
That's probably a thing. So just be aware of that. Masa, with the 2-wide well. Juicy's in a primo spot to start sending. But Masa's able to send the O's down her 2-wide well. It's a Tetris in the 90s. Juicy has decided that he does not want to board anymore, and I am frightened for him. Masa's in a great spot to accept lines now. We are hard committed now to the 1x1 well. Masa has thrown away her board, and I'm worried. We are definitely losing some tempo we had gained in the quota race. Oh no, she throws her board away again? Okay. Alright, well they're tied now. I Okay, we have the 2 wide well. Also, only leading by a single line, but Juicy is hot on her heels. In fact, is now ahead, but oh, Juicy threw away his board. He has to find another face. Moss is good. Moss only needs a single clear. Oh! Oh, you thought that you had won?
No, I thought I had lost 2 top animations since my piece turned red. Like, how?
Oops. Also setting up for the block out on the tee, but it doesn't come. Alrighty. Both players. Well, Moss is hard committed to the center 1 wide board, 1 wide well. I don't know how I feel about that because this is definitely a piece set that highly rewards 2 wide and 3 wide wells. You know, like you got to find ways to skim with T's and J's and even S's sometimes. Oh my god. Oh, this pressure from Juicy looks pretty lethal. Oh yeah. Oh, he's sending. Taste it. Draw that O.
I will take getting on scoreboard.
Scoreboard. Put that point up there. Ba-boom. Okay. We had block out possibilities if players had drawn an R, but I don't know if that's in this piece set, so c'est la vie. Masa, 2 wide well does not throw the O down the well. We like our O's here. I don't know why she's hemming and hawing. She seems unsure about something, and I don't know what it is. I think she's afraid of sending to Juicy because got like action on his board or something. I don't quite understand. All right, Juicy. Got the funny well. Would love to plug this hole up before Masa sends garbage. Yep, perfect. Now he just needs to draw an eye from somewhere. We'll take the single. Juicy looks a little under pressure here. He's not familiar with the piece rotations in this game, and he's at top board, so... Meanwhile, Masa is just kind of chilling. She's thinking about her well. Takes a skim, so that way she doesn't have to wait on an eye, because Juicy is in fucking peril, and she would love to kill her opponent. Juicy in the dimension. We do a little bit of screen watching, you know? You don't have to wait for your opponent to make that magical, wonderful sound. You can just look with your eyeballs. Overstack for Juicy in the upper right-hand side, but it's so early in the game, it just... I don't think it matters. That's fine. Masa hemming and hawing over this T. T's do kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of them. Okay. Juicy send in some pressure. This does... Actually, he's able to clean up his board, and he'll get the 2 wide well as well, so that way when damage rolls in, he can send some pressure over. Oh, he's not throwing the eye down the well. Well, no, that's fine. All right, now I just need to figure out this L rotation, and he does. He's actually able to send this pressure over. He's leading in the quota race by 2 lines. I think it's first to 20 lines. I can't count.
Me neither.
Juicy has thrown away his board, which is pretty dangerous because Masa has a 2 wide well. So she can skim and clear with basically all of her pieces. Look at this down stack. Like, that's a nightmare. Okay, she's accepted an overstack in purple, but Juicy is dead.
Could have done it.
So, congratulations, Masa. Moving ahead to loser semis. You did pretty well for somebody who seemed to struggle with the controls. How do you feel, man? You sick?
Yeah, thanks. No, I like this game a lot, but I don't practice it enough to like not be bogged down by the handling. Which I'm not gonna be like, if I practice some more, I could be a real contender, but
yeah, definitely. Up next, we're going to winners finals between me and Mark Gamed 7794. I'm waiting on
Video
GC.
Game. I'm sick.
You're sick?
Yeah.
Don't
wait for me. I'm here. Sure. You've been challenged. Good luck. Why doesn't he say it there?
Challenge me? Why would you expect the Blockmaster to be involved in your petty squabbles?
Oh, sorry. I didn't think about it that way.
He's busy being the master of blocks.
You got it. Oh. Mark really infatuated with the center one wide well. And then just taking skims as need be to maintain it. Ooh, that damage spike is inconsequential now. It was scary for a second, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna choose not to die today. Thanks. We're dead even on quota. Rats is pulling ahead on quota, but one good poke just invalidates all of that. We're gonna need a photo finish here at this point. Mark pulling slightly ahead. And Rats just dies. Taking all the wind out from our sails on a, photo finish quota. I need her to know how disappointed I am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Do you?
Yes.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
W for me. But not this time.
It'll happen. Mark shifting the one wide. He loves his one wides. Like,
they
there's
kind
a
of spook
slight
me a little
bit
bit
of room for exception, but look. Does this do the same thing as like a TGM where you get to mix up directly with like where your damage hole is?
No. It mirrors the bottom face of your opponent's board.
I see. Because like 2 I would allow for some pretty low effort, crazy mix. But I get how that might be too brutal otherwise.
No! Wow!
Okay.
Yo, Mark's cooking tonight. Let's go.
Crazy that. He seems to do that. Damage hole. If I say anything regrettable, it's because I'm sick and not because I don't use my brain.
Oh, well.
Look, I'm getting some side eyes on the damage hole.
Well, I mean, you probably shouldn't say that, bud.
I'm sick.
He's sick. Everybody be nice.
Okay. Rat's slightly leading on quota, but we're basically just retreating volleys this entire time. I don't think anyone's ascended too high past the gray later. We're starting to get into higher damage. Pink and teal on board. Mark kind of slowing down to rubber band here. Okay. Needs one more clear. Rat's taking it with a bigger poke. So, right, 2-1 situation here. kind of going all in on quota.
I love this, like, subtle slowdown of the bigger pieces as both players are rotating at, like, maximum speed. It's very funny.
The game doesn't know how to handle it.
I mean, this game is old. It's probably one of the oldest games we've run, so... Actually,
But 3D is so forward-thinking. How could they possibly be old? We have a bunch of 3D games now that barely run this well. Again, sidebarring completely, if we ever had the chance to, like, actually interview a dev who was in, you know, the thick of it in the big arcade puzzle boom, I'd so want to ask how much plays evolved past their original expectations. Like, that's a thing. Fighting games, you're always going to break the game in unknown ways, and they have to respond to it, or it's an old game and they stopped updating it decades ago. But I feel like puzzle games are not something that people inherently think has emergent gameplay.
Yeah.
And we have a number of things that wholeheartedly prove that wrong. Hello, Sendo. But, like, that's the primo one, because I have to ask, Sendo Millennium for the Wonder Swan took out some of the major glitches in the main game. So, like, someone had to have shown them. It's like, hey, this thing happens. It's kind of silly. What do we do about it?
Oh, that doesn't work how I thought it would. I may die here.
That's funny.
Never mind.
Mark's staying pretty top or bottom board here. Oh, Rats gets cash in the rubber band. Still neck and neck on quota. I don't think anyone's had an appreciable lead this entire set. Oh, he would have had to orient it up north-south on the XY axis and then down. Jeez. But yeah, like, I wonder how many got to see if their game design was all according to plan, or if people play their games like clown shows.
Ooh.
Okay. Bit of a damage spike there. Rats is mostly chilling, gets a good accept. Deals with the tuck pretty well. Running out of room. Oh my god.
That's so sad. Alexa, please play Despacito.
Alexi. Oh. Rat's actually decently ahead in terms of just throwing pieces down right now. I'm wondering if Mark is just waiting for Rats to draw first blood here before going, nope, there's the first attack. You know, just a flash wound, we're fine. And Mark dismantling everything. Waiting for some of the damage to start being rubber banded back, and we're in the tennis match now, folks. Mark taking a pretty good skim, and survives the worst damage spike there. 2x2 is not being a friend. So we're at a 3v4 situation. Rats threatening to close out this match. Oh, I'm fighting the worst sneeze.
God bless you.
It's not there yet. I appreciate it. You can't preempt these things. Then it'll just be worse. Oh, I thought Mark had the block out there. Never mind. Yeah, this +1 is huge for Rats right now. We've been otherwise trading. Mark's mostly taking skims, trying to protect, you know, the well. And we're going to get 3-line. Rats firing back in kind, and that's neutral, baby. Rats is a little bit behind, though. Little damage spike is going to catch us up. Rats in slight lead, and we're just cashing stuff in. Mark's bored. I have some questions. Also, I wonder, now that he did that, is there a market for just clanging your piece against the wall to try and trick your opponent into thinking that you're about to die? Oh, Mark, what is this? All right. Rats moving on. 5-3.
He definitely scared me for a second there. I was just like, wait a minute.
No, like there's probably something to that.
Definitely. Well, I definitely feel like the first couple rounds of this game are sometimes a toss-up because of how accommodating the piece set is. And so sometimes you might find that the most efficient route is just a little bit weirder than you might expect. It's just different from what you would expect. We're heading over to loser semis for It's Just Chris Now v Masa Queen.
Tetris Forever does not have online.
It does not.
So, sorry I let you down, buddy.
Supposedly, Weltris is inside of the game. Data miners have found it. So there may be a Tetris that I want to play inside of it.
Yeah, it's a Famicom,
I might be a sicko.
NES or a Tetris 2 plus Bombless.
That's true. I actually would play Bombless. I think Bombless is pretty tight.
That's the only one on the line out there that I really care about. It just feels so good for a Famicom Tetris.
Definitely. We're in a pretty similar spot. So I like Moss's board a little bit better. I mean, he's definitely managed to put more of the board on Chris's board, so to speak. And this big damage spike off the 3-liner is just so brutal.
What's wrong with Magicalus?
Oh my god, Magicalus. Magicalus seems like there could be a game, like a really cool idea in there. And I guess that idea is probably called Tetrachroma.
That's how I feel about a lot of bulletproof software Tetrises, and like, this could be neat.
This is not a version of Tetris. This is its own thing. This is Blockout from Technōs, currently owned by Arc System Works. So please open up your computer, open up Blue Sky or Twitter or whatever the hell you use, and at ArcSys and be like, when is Guilty Gear Blockout coming to the Nintendo Switch?
They would make a Kunio-kun tie-in.
Where is Kunio-kun Blockout? You made Three Kingdoms Kunio-kun. Where is Kunio-kun Blockout? Mark is in, or Chris is in peril here. He does have a funny talk.
He's still got a play out of it. That's great.
He may have another play.
It got him out of jail a little bit. It pushed over. Double dragon block out. That would actually be kind of cool. I did catch some of the documentary stuff from Tetris Forever, and it is fascinating. I don't know if it's just from a design standpoint or because like it was stepping on his turf, but Alexei Pajitnov does not care for this game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like it's got its own thing going on, though.
Yeah.
Certainly the versus mode. I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually do personally love Weltris. But that is a very different game. For both better and for worse. Oh my god, Masa.
This feels more straightforwardly Tetris in spite of it all.
Yeah. Masa scared me so much, but looks like she's out of jail. Oh no, you would do that?
Chris sacrificed something to the RNG gods there.
Oh my god.
Because he was allowed to run uncontested attack there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Okay. We're building that 3-wide well. Got a bunch of good skims. Oh, she's not taking the skim. Oh, you know what? She actually has this this gap. Yeah, she probably would want to have that filled before skimming. Wow, we're just no-selling our own board. That's so funny. All right, Chris is sending.
Chris is mad chilling.
Oh,
we still need to plug in a lot of gaps so rerun offense, but
oh no.
Never mind, just mad chilling. This looks like a game the characters in the original Tron would play. Yeah,
yes,
I see it.
Definitely. There's no way that the Blockmaster is not like a Tron character. Let's go, Chris.
Chris has some fans tonight.
Whoever manages to win this game actually is guaranteed to go onto the podium. So, and they have a shot at meeting me in Grands.
Yeah, but what about meeting you in Sands?
Meeting me in Sands?
Yeah.
Like Comic Sans? Or like Sans the Skeleton?
Yeah. I meant like sand, the thing you see on beaches.
You are sick. You know what? You are sick. Oh, Chris is throwing away his board. That's pretty dangerous because Masa is sending. But luckily he's managed to do it at a time where... Oh, he didn't plug up his eye dependency. Okay. Alright, he's decided to overstack instead, which might be the right call, honestly. He does have to draw an eye. Oh no, he's way overthinking this! Okay. Oh god! Oh no!
That's not good.
Masa needs to find a line. She doesn't, never mind. Take it back. Oh my god. Chris, I'm so sorry, buddy. Who has not been there? I've done that. I've done that exact kind of misdrop before. It could happen to you. If you ever think that you're immune to that sort of misdrop, you just haven't played in bracket enough.
I was gonna say you're immune to nothing.
You're sick. Oh, brother.
We have fun here.
We do have fun here. If I loudly eat my dinner. Yo, Masa? Oh, she didn't draw.
If she had the setup for a double tall blockout, that would have been great.
The 4-line blockout is honestly pretty good. Because you can send... So, like, there's a bunch of P sets where you can't send that much damage at a time. Masa is reading Chris's board and has decided that... Oh, actually she was correct.
Oh my gosh, Chris kind of getting out of it still.
No.
At least a couple turns worth. I do like games that manage to disincentivize the easy, like, layer 1 all clears.
Uh-huh.
Out of their meta. Oh.
Yeah, we don't
that's
want
something
that.
that Puyo-san does really well as well.
Uh-huh. Yo, I would love Sun Puyo in this game. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Where's the sun block? It is FD5. So, Chris is still in it.
Deep climb to make, but you know.
Masa does have some pretty good skims here. Drawing an S here is so unlucky. Take the 3-wide skim! I live for that. Oh, he's taking an overstack? That is extremely risky. Okay, he needs to draw an eye. All right, that's one of them.
Oh,
right,
no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
The fact that he got out of some of these critical ass miss drops.
No way he lives this.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm casting doubt. Like, okay. So he's got an overstack and tan. Is that right? That's what it looks like. Now it's orange.
It's a T at center board, which is not negligible.
Yeah, Masa just had pressure.
Solid showing.
That was great. Thank you for playing, Chris. I was really excited. It was really exciting watching you play. Tied for 5th with you, GC.
I thought that was for 4th. Never mind. This bracket's crazy, dude.
We're going to losers finals. Masa v Mark. This is a repeat.
A little bit.
This is actually a repeat of our previous losers finals from last year.
I believe it.
I'm sort of not surprised without CT here. I wouldn't expect a different losers final.
He certainly is that Tetris X factor.
Yeah, he's definitely one of our resident blockheads. Me, CT.
Who would have guessed?
Uh-huh. You've been challenged. If you want to go to the stream, if you want to go to the screen straight away, player 2 has to hit start, and you'll just skip the one player screen.
Do you want to do that?
I suppose that's true. Maybe you want to listen to the Blockmaster.
Like, challenge.
It's such a shame there's no piece. There's no, like, piece preview. So with all of these rewides, Masa definitely could have done some epic skims with the eyes. But unfortunately, with no piece preview, just can't do that. Like, it would be massively unsafe to try that. But she skips the O skim. Mark has a slight lead. If you want a piece preview and you want to play this game, you can always check out GeomeCube on PlayStation. We don't play it here because GeomeCube does not have lock delay, which I think makes that game Masa playing a top board. Whatever.
You know how it is.
Simply doing Masa things like, oh. Well, Quota has come in. Mark with the first point. What was that about GeomeCube? GeomeCube does not have lock delay. So a lot of the tucks that are used to fix overstacks in this game are not possible in GeomeCube. Which makes it kind of rough to play. It makes mistakes way more punishing. And I think it is stinky. I don't think it's very good to not have lock delay. You know, I don't dislike starting on a tougher piece queue. Alright, Masa. Throwing away her board, but immediately rebuilding a 2-wide well. No big deal. In fact, she's able to immediately send over the O. And keeps on doing it. Yeah, I feel in this piece set the... Oh, actually she threw away her board. I don't know about this. This is pretty spooky. There's no T's in this piece set. I am ahhing as loud as I can. Wow, no way. No, Masa, no way. No. No. Wrong. Oh my god. I see the vision. I don't hate it. It's just against Mark. Like, it's such a high-flying thing to be like, you know what? I will take the top board O. You know, like, I will do that overstack. I am epic. I'm sure she's playing EDF at the same time. Maybe that factors into the decision-making. There's a sicko like that. Or she's building the 2-wide well. Meanwhile, Mark is doing Mark things. He's not taking the O-skim, which I'm sort of surprised by. Does the perspective of this game imply that you're sitting at the bottom of a sealed well? I definitely feel like I'm looking down at the well, but could be wrong. Mark is definitely in a situation. He throws away his board, which is scary, but he's able to rebuild his 2-wide well. So if Masa sends... Oh, no. Oh, this is pretty sad. Okay, we're taking the 3-wide I skim, which is epic and very cool. Masa has a bit of a quota lead. Oh, she's one short! No! Ah! Throwing away your board! You can't do that. This game will punish you so hard. All right. We're back in it. We're back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Mark, with the 1-wide well. Juicy, silent. Masa. Actually, he might have gone to bed. In fact, he should go to bed. He's sick. All right. We got dueling 1-wide wells. Masa not taking the R skim. We're building up tall, so that way we can have... So, like, having a really deep well in this game, not like this, where Masa throws away her board, but, like, if you have, like, a lot of steps to your board, then you can get a lot of different and unique skims that will help you get more efficiency out of all the different piece types that are in your piece set. Oh, Masa, no! The rotation! Mark's pressure is too much. No easy way to get down. Mark really is filled with the fire of loser's bracket. Masa setting up for the blockout on the T. I actually think T has just been added to the piece set. I could be wrong. We do have this L. Mark with the 1-wide well. Looks like Mark is gaming for spikes. Like, he builds up tall. He doesn't take the skims that I expect him to take. And then I think his aim is to send it all at once. Not the worst idea. I mean, certainly that 1-wide well was really helpful in sending a spike over to Masa, who did live it just fine. We don't have a good well for skimming, though. Our board is a little too flat. That is one of the things that separates this game from Tetris, I feel, is that having, like, a terraced board, especially near your well... Oh, these eye dependencies from Masa. Oh, she's cooked. Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Are you here? You back?
Yeah, I just step away for a sec.
That's cool. We're heading on over to Grand Finals.
That's cool.
Congratulations, Masa, our TO, our very hardworking TO. Getting second Or getting third. We're going to grand finals
second.
between... Getting second, that's right. Getting second of second. Mark for the run back. Waiting on GC. Spectate.
No.
Oh, I guess he's just going right in.
Okay, I'm almost there.
Mark waits for no one.
He should consider being more patient.
I'm shocked that he took that block out. Like,
I think he's just zooming at this point.
I'm not taking that. Never mind. I am taking this though.
Are you?
Oh yeah. Kidding me? That's gas. I guess I am sending this.
I almost can't really comment on what's going on because y'all are just making plays faster than I can assess board state.
Mm-hmm.
We're trading even.
No! He found a skim.
Yeah. You just didn't quite handle the 2x2s and top board there in very skimmy fashion, as it were. What fashion that's like, I don't know.
He's sick, everybody.
Take the 2x2. Yeah, he's sick, everybody. That's me.
Our resident sicko.
Thought that was... It's whoever you want it to be. Mark with 2 bespoke eye gaps. We're plugging one of them, but Lord. 3. We have 3. Any poke that happens, Rats is going to be able to return faster than he's going to be able to prime up the next one. So, we're at 1-1. Okay, vibing. No one's really made the first move yet. Rat's choosing to overstack. The route down is not hard, though. Almost like preserving cross-cut T there. Rat's also ahead on quota by a touch. So we're gonna just sit back, wait for damage to happen, be like, wow. Crazy this game isn't Tetris.
Did you own original property? Own original character? Do not steal?
Yeah. No, Sega's the one that made a lot of Tetris in this time. This is before Sonic. Much less Sonic OCs. Taking the scam, we're both just kind of preparing for the rush down into quota win, but Rats 5 lines ahead is pretty convincing at this point in bracket.
Yo, this slowdown. It never gets old.
We love Sonic. Star of beloved puzzle game, Sega Sonic Bros.
Oh, that's not the one I thought you were gonna pick.
What other Sonic puzzle game?
Sonic Eraser.
Oh, right.
We held a bracket for that one, Juicy.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to watch that from my memory.
Yeah, this was a fun enough time. I mean, some people could have made the argument that it's like, yeah, Puyo Tattoo. I'm like, no. Not that I forget that Sonic said, I forget about Puyo Tetsu a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Sonic mentioned, but we're in the game dimension here. Rats is kind of fighting for her life with this down stack, where Mark is still committed to a one well here. Overstacked it. Last push is really going to do this. We're going to take the skim from Mark. Unfortunately, Rats didn't win the frame data there, nor was that a too tall, but it would have been clutch. Would have been funny. Sega Sonic isn't a puzzle, but the trackball controls are? No. Sega Sonic Bros. Is a puzzle game. Go eat a book, why don't you?
Ooh.
That's the most I've seen you fumble around with a piece orientation before, right? Oh my god.
It could happen to you.
I guess it really can.
I would love none of these pieces.
Well, love's a fickle thing.
Alright, whatever. Get me out of here. You know what? Get me out of here. I don't need to play this.
Take the plug.
Yeah, I thought I would eventually draw an eye.
No.
You know?
Can't believe Rats hates blockouts. Also, I mean, we worked around that overstack, but Rats, are you sick?
I've been known to get down with sickness.
Mark's just kind of chilling at the bottom board, doing little pokes to eventually rubber band back with quota as well. Like how there is a little bit of a push-pull game of horse in this. Horse.
Oh, he made the sound?
Chicken.
Oh, it's too late.
He didn't make the sound.
Oh my god!
He also did 2 layers of Tetris likes. So like I think that was a 3 and a 2. Sometimes you just gotta send, Rats.
I didn't want to.
Well, I'm not in Grand, so like I can't comment that hard. But I am sick.
That is true. You are sick, buddy.
So I still will anyway. Yeah, we got the Tetris well from Rats. Still choosing to kind of build on top of it. Waiting for the right moment to get damage spikes, probably. Getting a lot of ZS pieces. Ooh, close. We're gonna send all of that back, though. Good God. Mark, I think, was accepting that bottom board, so we got really weird shapes. Rats fighting for her life to go on bed on time. Here's an adage about TOs. There is bias behind what we do. There is the favorite player. But don't take that the wrong way. It's only just whoever gets us to go to bed by faster. Okay. Rats choosing to take the overstack. We're going to open it back up. A little bit behind on quota. Mark we're playing an honest game of chicken here and just considering our cards and how to accept our pokes. Unfortunately, Mark has so many columns open that need to be plugged. So if Rats has offense to capitalize on, now's the time. I can't even eyeball what Mark can do left at this point. And given all the playing, he probably can't either. Masa and I don't approve of this message. That's because you don't sleep. That's taking a lot of plugs, and I can't entirely tell if it's for tactical reasons or if there's just some nervous energy building these misdrops. We're keeping kind of bottom board, playing a little bit safe in the hopes of topping Mark out, but Mark also kind of low board. We're going to have these big swings here at this point. If Rats has some pressure to throw on here, this could wrap up the entire thing. She's got a 2-wide. Piece RNG is being a friend. And she wins by quota, doesn't even need to decide by damage. 5-4 Rats. How you feeling?
Jeez. Wow. I was a little bit spooked near the end there. Definitely. I love to take those like top board overstacks and skims because I feel like it improves your efficiency and piece placements, but sometimes it slows you down. Like it's literally mechanically slower for you to do that accurately. And Mark was able to build some tempo in those situations and take all sorts of games off of me. That was a toss-up for sure. I definitely am terrified of our next blockout bracket. I'm gonna have to go practice a little bit. I think I'm really excited for our future games. Thank you so much for playing, Mark. Getting second. Congratulations, Masa, on third. I'm very happy to be your blockout winner tonight. Before I let you go, I want to remind you about some upcoming events here at Puzzle Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we got Puzzle Arena Toshinden. This is the anime match 3 game where you get a bunch of meter for sending garbage over to your opponent. You can taunt them to steal meter. You can use your meter to send over special attacks to deal damage or clear garbage or be annoying. There's a few unique pieces like the bomb, which will eradicate all of a single color off of your board. There's offsetting like Puyo. This is really one of the best match 3 games I think I've ever played. So I encourage you to go check this game out. November 20th, we're playing on Duck Station. The following Friday, November 22nd, we have Hack Match. This is an uppy downy match 4 game. Unlike Magical Drop or Money Idol Exchanger, matches are made orthogonally, like Puyo. So you're going to be picking up pieces and putting them down. You can only hold a single piece at a time, but you also have a swap mechanic that gives you a lot more control over your board than you think. So it kind of combines the paciness of playing Magical Drop with the chain building of Puyo. It's highly unique, and I encourage you to check it out. You can buy your copy from Zachtronics at itch.io. The link to buy is in the Fightcade lobby, so go check it out there. The following Wednesday, December 4th, we have Pack Attack. We're playing the PS1 version on Namco Collection Volume 2. Namco Anthology. Sorry. Volume 2. It's not the first one. It's the second one.
It is the second one.
This one has a selectable groove system, so you're not locked into the damage from the first Pack Attack game. You can also play using a brand new line garbage system or the cool Poison Ghost system, which eats Pac-Man. This game's really neat. It has a completely unique style of cascading and ghost clearing that isn't in any other game that I've ever seen before. I think you will really enjoy it. The following Wednesday, our second to last bracket of the year, Wario's Woods. It's our last Wednesday bracket of the year. Wario's Woods is a... Oh my god. Juicy, do you want to describe this game? Time. Yeah, why don't you hit me with...
So, this was made as a late era SNES, NES dual release, and it clearly takes some inspiration from what came before it, Dr. Mario, Puyo, Columns, actually a bit. But this game is, if you want an analog of what is the most anime fighting or puzzle game, Rats will say Toshin, and I say this just for the sheer complexity addiction of it. There are mechanics upon mechanics upon mechanics, and you are functionally blocking like 5-way mix on how you can die at any given second on any given frame. Multiple clear conditions, multiple ways to eradicate colors, multiple ways to take damage, multiple ways to win and lose. It's a time, and it's definitely one of the stronger staff favorites here. So Wario's Woods at the end of the year is kind of, this one's for us.
Fantastic.
But you should check it out.
Thank you, Juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother. Damn. I'm pooped.
We're going to go ahead. Yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, I did too.
We're going to raid Lucentai. He's streaming Tetris Forever, currently Hatris, but I want y'all to hit him with the raid message of don't play Tetris Battle Gaiden. I feel it's appropriate.
Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Do you have thoughts on that?
No. You can't hold down.
No thoughts on Tetris?
You got the blocker, man.
No thoughts on Tetris Battle Gaiden?
Don't play... if you like yourself, don't play Tetris Battle Gaiden. Let me tell you that. Just don't do it. Good night, everybody.
See you guys next time. All right, raid happened.